Lew Richards here. Monday morning, January 23rd. And we got a lot of snow out there. 5 or 6 inches, but it just continues to snow. It's probably going to snow till like 1 o'clock this afternoon. But I'm hoping to get to a meeting. I don't know. So without further ado, as you see, I'm wearing a Jimi Hendrix shirt. And I don't know if you can notice, right around here, there's blood on Jimi's face. Now, you probably ask me, how'd that happen? Well, it happened a long time ago, in 1968, when Jimi Hendrix and Jim Morrison were hanging out in, I believe it was the Whiskey Go-Go in Los Angeles. And Jimmy goes, hey, Jim, man, you got one foxy lady in Pamela. Oh, Morrison got fucking nuts. He fucking beat Hendrix up. Yeah, he beat him up. Look at all the blood on him. Look, where the fuck is it? Look, if you can only just show the blood. There you go. Look at all the blood. It's in the top of his head, down his nose. Man, fucking, I never, the way I hear history people in rock and roll say, Jim Morrison wasn't that tough. But damn, when you get a guy like Jimi Hendrix saying, Pamela, you a foxy lady. Yeah, I think I'd go a little ballistic too. And, well, you know something? Jim Morrison more or less forgave Jimi. But Jimi said, no. So, for the next couple of years, till Morrison left the country, Jimi was, constantly after Pamela. Oh, yeah. And Jim Morrison just couldn't believe that Pamela, his bosom buddy, would abandon him like that. Yeah. Pamela briefly lived with Jimi. Yeah. On the east side in New York City. And Jim was pissed. I'm just surprised that Morrison never got a gun and shot him. But yeah, like I say, this is, again, going back to Jimi. Look at how fucking red on him. He took a fucking brutal beating. Look at his fucking nose. His fucking shirt got ripped. I mean, Morrison was pissed, man. And I can't blame him. If I had a foxy lady like Pamela, I'd be fighting for her too. So, Lew Richards, that's your history of the way it was on January 23rd, the year 1968. Tomorrow, our segment is going to be, I think it's about Blue Oyster Cult. Yeah, it is. I think something about, 1976 or 77. I'm not sure which year, but it was about the laser show. And, so I'll tell you more about it tomorrow. I think you'll really enjoy this segment on January 24th. I'll have to look at my notes. It's either 1976 or 1977 that Blue Oyster Cult was being followed by the federal government for their unbelievable laser show. There wasn't a band in rock and roll at that time that could touch their laser show. Okay? And I never myself got to witness it. So that's one of my regrets of being a big fan of the band. Is never seen it live. Of course, I've seen it on videos. But video, it's like watching a porn. You see a hot lady, and you sort of wish that she was right there on the couch with you. But now, You got to watch the porn, and get all excited. And after a while, you ended up holding the bag. Hey, you got to do something. I mean, either that or you're going to go out and, commit a crime against a lady, rape or molestation. That's not in my vocabulary. And I don't believe Jimi Hendrix did either thing to Pamela. Pamela just loved him. He just loved because he dedicated the song Foxy Lady to Pamela. Yep, Pamela Morrison. That was her name, Morrison. And, she died a couple years later after Jim. And same way, heroin overdose. They didn't have the narcolepsy, whatever they call that stuff, to revive you from a heroin overdose. So, I guess as they say, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. That's what it's all about. And just ask Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy will tell you. Whew. And I think Ozzy even tried to get a piece of the action from Pamela Morrison. But I think Jimi Hendrix fucking just put an elbow to his head and says, You're not touching my Pamela. She's all mine. She used to be Jimmy's, but now she's all mine. Okay, Lew Richards. That's it, no more. Again, back to, look at poor Jimmy. Look at all the blood on him. Damn. Or not Jimmy, yeah, Jimi Hendrix. And he got beat up by Jim Morrison. Go figure. The Jims. Jimmy and Jimmy. That would have been a cool name for a band. Jim and Jimmy. Wow. Imagine if they had thought that name before they became enemies. Jim and Jimmy band. God, that would have been amazing. Jim Morrison singing, Jimi Hendrix playing guitar. Probably, I bet you Robbie Krieger would be in the band. They probably would use all the members from both bands. And of course, Raymond Zarek would be the keyboard player. And wow, the Jimmy Jim band. Wow, that just sounds so fucking cool. Seriously. Wow. I wonder what they would, can you imagine if Krieger and Jimi Hendrix got together and played awesome solos? Wow. I could imagine combining the riffs of Purple Haze and When the Music's Over. Holy shit. Wow. Could you imagine those two songs interlocking each other? Or Voodoo Child and Light My Fire. Wow. If I was a musician, that's what I'd do. I put together a band that played, you have two bands and you try to play one song and another song simultaneously and see how it sounds. And that light, I got a bright light here. So Lew Richards saying goodbye.